Stop burying your head in the sand. This is going to happen. Why did the CEO of the world's biggest bank sound the biggest danger alarm on AI? Imagine one morning you are getting ready to go to the office, checking emails on your phone, and suddenly one line makes you stop. Your role is being restructured due to automation. No mistake, no poor performance, just a new technology. Now imagine that this line was not indirectly written for you by the CEO of a small startup, but by the CEO of the world's largest bank. And this time the warning is direct. Stop burying your head in the sand. Artificial intelligence will eliminate jobs. Jamie Dimon is not a fortune-telling astrologer. He's the CEO of JPMorgan Chase, a bank whose market capitalization is larger than the GDP of many countries. When someone sitting at the intersection of banking, finance, technology, and the global economy says that jobs will disappear, ignoring it is like lying to yourself. He clearly said that AI will increase productivity and make life better in the long run. But in the short and medium term, job losses are inevitable. In other words, this will happen. The problem is not that AI is coming. The problem is that most people still assume, my job is safe, this is only for tech people, or this won't happen in our sector. Seeing this mindset, Dimon said people should stop burying their heads in the sand. Because history shows that those who deny change are the first to be crushed by it. If we look back, every major technological revolution has repeated the same story. When tractors arrived, the need for millions of farm laborers declined. When fertilizers and modern farming came in, the entire agricultural structure changed. When vaccines arrived, average life expectancy increased and healthcare systems transformed. Each time, the same pattern appeared. First fear, then loss, and finally a new world. Jamie Dimon is explaining through this comparison that AI is a similar moment, with the only difference being its much greater speed. Dimon does not demonize AI. On the contrary, he says that in most cases, AI will prove to be a very good thing for humanity. He believes that one day people will work less but live better lives. Perhaps in the future we will work only 3.5 days a week. That sounds like a dream. But hidden within that dream is a nightmare. The transition period. This transition period is the most dangerous phase. When old jobs are disappearing and new jobs have not yet been fully created. Dimon clearly says that AI will not wipe out millions of jobs next year itself. But it is equally true that the process has already begun. Companies are becoming cautious in hiring, processes are being automated, and algorithms are replacing humans in decision-making. For now, people are dismissing this by calling it macroeconomic factors. But the underlying shift is clearly visible. The biggest question is, which jobs will go first? Dimon's answer is very clear. Any work that a machine can easily repeat is the first at risk. Data entry, basic analysis, routine customer support, simple legal drafting, and repetitive parts of accounting are easy targets for AI. But the story does not end here. AI will not remain limited to blue-collar or entry-level jobs. White-collar, high-paying roles will also gradually be reshaped. That is why Dimon does not talk only about learning technology. He says people now need to think beyond technical knowledge. Learning coding is important, but coding alone is not enough. AI can write that code as well. The real value will lie in skills that machines cannot replicate: critical thinking, emotional intelligence, creativity, judgment, and clear communication. In other words, what makes you human will become your greatest strength in the future. Imagine a doctor and an AI system. AI can read reports, identify patterns, and suggest diagnosis. But understanding fear by looking into a patient's eyes, explaining things to the family with empathy, and making moral judgments, these are still human strengths. This difference will be visible in every profession. Engineers, bankers, teachers, managers, everyone's roles will change, not disappear, but only those who adapt will survive. Dimon also emphasizes that job displacement does not mean unemployment. It means a shift in roles. But this shift will not happen automatically. If society, governments, and companies do not work together on reskilling and upskilling, chaos will be created. Imagine millions of people being displaced at the same time with no preparation to teach them new skills. That is why Dimon talks about early planning, thinking now about training, relocation, income support, and early retirement. Here is another uncomfortable truth. Even in previous industrial revolutions, planning was never fully done. Many people were left behind, many cities fell into decay. Dimon believes that we did not fully learn from history. And if the same mistake is repeated this time, the damage will be far greater because AI's reach is global and its speed is exponential. Another interesting point Dimon raises is perception versus reality. People think AI is still experimental, unreliable, or limited only to big tech giants. But the reality is that AI is quietly embedding itself into every industry. Fraud detection, trading algorithms, and customer onboarding in banking, diagnostics in healthcare, document review in law, content generation in media. This is no longer the future, it is the present. Dimon himself comes from the banking sector. And if AI has penetrated so rapidly into a regulated and conservative industry like banking, it is not difficult to imagine what will happen in other sectors. Companies like JPMorgan do not see AI as just a cost-cutting tool, but as an efficiency multiplier. But efficiency means more work done by fewer people. And that equation is what makes jobs risky. This brings up the most important question for the audience. So what should we do? This is the point where the video wants to give direction, not just fear. The first step is to drop denial and accept that this will happen. The second step is self-assessment. Is my work repetitive? Is my value limited to following processes? If yes, the risk is real. The third step is skill upgrade, but in a smart way. Blindly chasing every new technology is not the solution. The focus should be on transferable skills, communication, problem solving, decision making, leadership, skills that work across every industry. Instead of seeing AI as an enemy, we must learn to use it as a partner. The fourth, and perhaps the most difficult, step is a mindset shift. The concept of a stable job is changing. Lifetime employment is becoming the exception, not the rule. Portfolio careers, multiple income streams, and continuous learning are the realities of the future. Dimon's warning points exactly in this direction. Those who are not flexible from now on will be forced to change later. Dimon has said before that in the next 20 to 40 years, people in the developed world will work far fewer hours. The idea of working 3.5 days a week sounds exciting, but behind it lies a productivity explosion and massive automation. This does not mean work will disappear. It means the definition of work will change. The real question is whether you are prepared for that new definition or not. The role of governments is also critical here. Education systems will have to be updated. Children must be taught adaptability, not just rote learning. Companies will need to think beyond short-term profits and plan workforce transitions. And individuals will have to abandon a victim mindset and adopt a learner mindset. Jamie Dimon's sharpest line is this: stop burying your head in the sand. Because the danger is not coming someday. It is already all around us. The only difference is that some people are seeing it, and some people do not want to see it. AI is not a tsunami that will arrive suddenly one day. It is like slowly rising water, and those who do not learn to swim will drown. The essence of this entire story is not to spread fear. The essence is that the future cannot be avoided, but it can be prepared for. AI can make humanity better, but only if humans make themselves better. Otherwise, productivity will rise, profits will increase, but inequality will grow just as fast.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestion. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.